There it is. So this is the only one that we're going to be able to talk on. So when I go to...
No, it's... Audio input cap. It should be good now.
Hello, hello.
That last time that you just said we good now, hello, hello, that worked.
It's a good thing we played around with this for a literal year.
It is.
Now let's see. It should be good now.
I mean, it should be. It's just like, yeah. I'm on the stream too.
Testing.
Yeah, we should be good as long as that's on every one of them. It's every time he's loaded it in, I caught the last like 3 seconds of what we said before he switched to the next one.
Sweet.
He's literally just said, "Good thing we played around this for a little year."
Hey, so do you think we need to be super close to mics, or
the closer you are, the cleaner it is?
Okay. I just don't want to be like screaming in people's ears, you know.
Yeah, and like that's why I was gonna say, if you want to pull, like, I mean, if you want to stick this in your ear, it's not. We sweat on each other, so I'm not grossed out by that. But
I'll trust you, man. Yeah.
If we talk here, it's a little bit cleaner than it is way back here.
Okay.
But way back here is still picked up. Yeah. Oh, this is kind of nuts, man. I feel like semi-official, and I should not be official at all. Like, this is terrifying.
You know, we're going to fake it till we make it today.
Yeah, I don't know who let me do this, but... So I was telling, I don't know if I told you already, it's like it's the same thing when he asked me to do this as it happens like when I'm driving to class every day. Like, on the way there, I'm like, I don't even know jiu-jitsu. Like, how I'm gonna die today. Like,
yeah,
I don't understand any of this.
But you've learned that it's like, hey, you know what? You just gotta like go through the door, dude, and just do the thing, and it's like you'll learn and you'll make mistakes.
As soon as I put my feet on the mat, I'm like, oh yeah.
This stuff.
I do know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Until then, I'm completely lost.
And just accepting that it's like, yeah, you know, like we'll probably make some mistakes today. There'll be some little things that you go, oh, okay, next time, you know, and there's like really no way to avoid that.
Yeah, Mop just called me. Okay.
So
did you get in though? All right. Wait. He was. Huh?
So are we live right now? Like,
yeah, technically we are streaming on YouTube right now. So
awesome.
I mean, we could probably shout out some of the sponsors if we wanted to, just to kind of.
Yeah, I guess we might as well get started then.
We can kind of just start talking a little bit while they're getting it all together.
Yeah, it's the first Arch City Invitational, so
it's a great turnout.
It's an honor to be here. Yeah, we got a great crowd here. We got some exciting matches. We got our.
About 5 minutes for the matches to start. Everybody at home has a chance to go get a drink or some snacks before we start.
We got Justin Bricker here running things. He's like our Vince McMahon, our Dana White. We got some amazing matches scheduled today, including a stacked 8-man $1,000 bracket. It's going to be starting here in a little bit.
That's a black belt bracket, correct?
I mean, I would think the skill level of the guys involved would say is black belt level, but we got guys in here that are not officially at black belt rank, but if you
I thought
trained
it
with
was
them, you
black belt.
probably wouldn't be able to know the difference. And as our rule set today, all submissions are legal, so it doesn't matter if we got blue belts out there or we got black belts out there. There's some events we're going to have different legal or illegal techniques depending on the rank. Today, it's real simple to follow at home. All submissions are legal, so we just had our rules meeting beforehand. Everybody's on the same page.
I think the one thing that they did say that is not allowed is going to be slams for the day.
Yes, no slamming. Yeah, we want everybody to leave with their skeletons intact. We got an awesome crew of judges and referees today. We got Stephen Carlisle, Eric Longard, Josh Murdoch here, who's going to be officiating and making judgments. So you'll see halfway through the match too. We're going to let the crowd know who is ahead on the judges' scorecards, if you will. So,
which is a great decision, I think. It's kind of nice to know sometimes as a competitor or even as a corner, you think you're up or running the and then find out at the end. So it's kind of nice to know that if you need to pick it up or
absolutely
come with a different strategy to try to
keeps the crowd informed too. So yeah, we got some awesome matches here today, and it's all brought here. We got some awesome sponsors here. Number one sponsor here, we got CPO. We got CPO Consulting, DOT Compliance Solutions without the guesswork. So shout out to CPO Coaching for sponsoring the event today, and then also this event's brought to you by 4U Property Management. So we're going to have all of our competitors in the 4U Property Management red corner, and then our CPO Consulting competitors over in the blue corner. So thank you to our sponsors for making this possible today. We got Mr. Bricker here grabbing the microphone, so looks like we're going to be getting started here in just a moment.
Oh, we were talking about the rules. We can go ahead and pop those up on the screen for ourselves.
Oh, nice.
Leave those up for a few minutes so everyone can scan over those at home before we start getting the matches going here.
Yeah, pretty straightforward, Yeah, I think if we have to come down to a decision, the criteria is going to be based off of who was pursuing the submission the most. So near submission attempts, submissions that really have to be defended are going to weigh heaviest as far as decisions go. But in the absence of that, it's going to be your kind of classic, positional criteria, and then just the intangible is like who is initiating more, and fortunately we got an awesome crew of judges here today who have been around the sport forever. They've competed in a bunch of matches, they've watched a bunch of matches, so should be able to be pretty clear. Are there any matches today, Brian, that you're most excited to see?
Nothing off the top of my head that's really screaming out above some of the other ones.
Yeah.
I am excited to see some of the high level guys here.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of guys from my gym, my team. That'll be cool to watch them go against some other people, but
where do you train at, Brian?
We train from Wolves Den. I'm with Wolves Den and in the Lake St. Louis location. They did just open the Troy one.
Oh, very cool. So yeah, a lot of Wolves Den athletes on the card tonight. So,
oh yeah. Are there any matches you're really looking forward to?
Man, it's tough. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Yeah, but I think
like that whole bracket to me was kind of just going to be exciting.
Yeah, this $1,000 bracket we got here today, we got some of the most competitive, but also like exciting guys too. Guys that I think are gonna pursue the finish as much as they can. And yeah, a cool thing about the matchups today is I've noticed that it's a lot of, we have local guys from the St. Louis area, but there's a lot of grapplers from just the general Midwest that are here today. And you see how they're matched up. It's a lot of I don't want to say like St. Louis versus everybody, but we're seeing some matchups that we don't normally see on a lot of these local cards because of the guys. We got a lot of guys from the Kansas City area up here.
Yeah, it's really cool. It seems like there was a lot of outreach
Absolutely.
I mean, I thought it was going to be just local gyms, you know.
Yeah,
I
which
think it's cool. That's a little
especially
bit
for
more.
some of the higher level guys, a lot of these guys have all competed against each other for years. So
Exactly.
you get to mix up the matchups a little bit, and even some of these blue belt matches. These are the guys. A lot of these guys have never competed on a card like this before, or
Right.
they're hungry to show everybody what they're about. So even some of these blue belt matches have the potential to be the most exciting match of the day. Some of these we're going to get started with here in just a few minutes.
It's a cool little venue for this as well.
Yeah, we're at the Elks Lodge here in O'Fallon. This has to be probably the coolest event that's ever taken place in these four walls. I have to imagine that it's a lot of bingo, maybe, I don't know, pancake breakfast. So probably the first athletic event that's probably taken place in here. I could be wrong.
Something else I don't know if you went over already with the rules was the stalling calls. They were saying something about during the meeting that if someone goes down to pull guard and you just kind of dance around them, that you will be called for stalling because you're supposed to be initiating a grappling match.
Yeah, so some tournaments are going to for as far as guard pulling goes, right? Some events you're going to have to make a grip on somebody and sit down, to initiate a guard pull. I think here these guys can just sit straight to guard. So yeah, the onus is going to be on the guard passer to try to. So if a guy's butt scooting and his opponent is running all over the mat trying to avoid that, you could potentially get called for stalling. And 3 stalling calls are going to equal a disqualification tonight. I know that none of the competitors want to be disqualified. None of the referees or the judges want to disqualify anybody. So I don't think that's going to be something that we're going to encounter today. But yeah, if guys are being overly cautious or not here, provide some entertaining action, that is a possibility.
Yeah, that's one thing that this show I think is going to deliver is it's going to be a little bit more exciting than some of your typical point-driven shows.
Yeah. Yeah, the people here, they pay good money to be entertained, so. All right, looks like we're ready to get started here today.
Beautiful.
All right, and our first match coming out of the red corner, we have Jack Rodenberg at Springfield BJJ.
Jack Rodenberg coming out on the mat here first.
All right, his opponent, Tavon the Panther Taylor.
Taking on Tavon Taylor. You guys may recognize Tavon. He had a somewhat viral clip a few months ago of him hitting a pretty nasty rare submission, bottom side control Americana. So you know this guy's got a pretty deep bag of tricks.
He broke that gentleman's arm clean across.
Well, hopefully we don't see anything like that today.
We're praying for that.
All final calls will be made by all three judges at the very end of the match. Everybody got it? Seems pretty simple. Submission only, no slams. You're in the front row. Be careful.
All right, we got Eric Longar out here, our referee today. Making sure everybody stays in bounds. Here we go, guys, shake hands. And let's see, Tavon shoots right away. Puts Jack down on his butt. Now, we're fighting out of the close guard. So we'll see if Jack can establish some angles here. Tavon's going to be trying to keep him centered off. Jack trying to latch onto an arm. Keep the posture of Tavon broken down. And you see him trying to really get off center so he can create some opportunity for attack. Trying to build some height. And yeah, you see him trying to latch onto that razor armbar. We'll see, yeah, starts to go from left hip to right hip. You can see this one, this attack gets a little bit more dangerous, but Tavon able to keep centered. We'll see if he can open the closed guard without falling into any of the traps that Jack's trying to set here. Jack here at Brian Stubner coaching him from Springfield BJJ. Tavon has Andrew Mopjitsu Ebers in his corner, so some super legit credential black belt coaches here guiding these guys. Going to reset back in the center. Yeah, now we'll see him battling for inside space here. You see Jack trying to get his knee in front of the shoulder of Tavon. Maybe trying to set the triangle up. Yeah, see if Tavon can get these legs pried open, but every time he does that, he puts himself at a little bit of risk. So, yeah, see Jack climbing, maybe looking for the arm lock on the straight arm. Oh, and he finishes the straight arm bar. Wow. Super legit. Great submission to start our night out here. Jack Rodenberg starting us off with a quick submission. Close guard armbar, classic. All right, our next match here, we're going to have Cameron Houghton taking on.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, yeah.
So I know Cameron's got a pretty good wrestling background. I don't necessarily know if he's.
All right, stepping on the mat first, we have Orrin Phillips from Honey Badger Martial Arts. With Jason Powell here in his corner coaching him. Taking on Cameron Houghton from the Wolves Den. So our blue belt matches tonight are 7 minutes long. Purple belt and up, we're going to be doing 8-minute long matches. So see these guys tie up. Cameron looking for the slide by. Yeah. See, yeah, wow, Cameron getting around to the back right away. Warren turns. Cameron takes the mount here. So starting the match off in the mount. Looks like he's hunting the head and arm choke right away. We'll see if Cameron chooses to dismount to finish this. Yeah, it looks like he's getting off to the side here. Can he keep Oren's shoulders flat? Didn't like what he was feeling, so he comes back into the half guard here. That was a smart decision, and now he's going to work some of his half guard passing. So you see him dig this near side underhook. Looking to back step out. Oren's able to replace his second butterfly hook now. So now we got a full butterfly guard. Cameron with the body lock. So we'll see if Cameron, or if Oren, excuse me, is able to move Cameron around from here. If Cameron can keep him flat and start to step over the knees. Oren escapes one of his butterfly hooks. But in doing that, he gives him back this near side underhook. So yeah, look, we got the double underhooks here. Chest to chest half guard. Looking to keep Oren flat. Oren trying to get back on his side. Looks like he's able to get all the way back to close guard here. So now we'll see if Cameron gives up on this body lock. Body lock is can be hard to work from the close guard position. So see again, Cameron choosing to stay with this low posture in the close guard. So there's trade-offs to this. Oren looking to climb the leg, see if he can get a bite on Cameron's shoulder. So yeah, again, we have these close guard battles where so much of it is, can the bottom player create a strong angle to attack? Or can the top player keep this guy centered off? You know, some of your arm bars, your triangles, you know, a lot of these attacks are based off of your ability to get on a hip. And, oh, it looks like he starts climbing the legs. All right, so Oren working the triangle now, putting the fist in the neck. Let's see if he can just finish it from here. Trying to work that arm across. Cameron having to go on defense mode. These guys are pretty close to the boundary here. So now look, Oren's looking to get that angle. He's climbing the legs up. This is a pretty legit triangle setup he's got going here.
Starting to turn the corner, it looks like, as well.
Yeah, he's got a grip on the leg. Let's see if he switches off on the arm or if he elects to stick with the triangle. Yeah, this is a dangerous position for Cameron here. Oren's coach calling for him to switch off to the armbar. Cameron steps over. We'll see if he can use this to get his head free. Jason Powell over in the corner of Oren calling for him to attack the feet off of the cross-leg triangle defense. So we'll see if Cameron can extend his spine to the extent where he can get his head free. Still got his head and arm locked in this triangle. This is a pretty,
really
tricky position here. You know, and for Oren, a guy who wants to finish a triangle, it can be really hard to do much from this position, too. You know, you want to keep the legs locked and maintain the triangle that you have, but
the angle's gone.
Man, the angle's gone, and it's really hard for him to crunch up and do some of the finishes. That's why he's electing to attack some of the legs and maybe get Cameron to uncross his feet. Now you see they're coming belly down, so this can make the triangle really hard to finish. Like Cameron's going to be able to get his head out. Now let's see what position we can recreate from here. These guys are both. Oren looking to get on the toe hold here. Cameron looking to use his foot to clear the toe hold grip and see if he can establish a north-south position here. These guys are in a kind of double beef stew position here.
I can't see from here, but it looks like Cameron almost put a triangle.
Yeah, he's back in this north-south position. Looks like he might have a head and arm in between his legs, so. We got a good amount of time here left, so Cameron being patient. He's got to a great position now and just seeing if he can start to work some arm isolations. Oren bridges him over with the body lock. So now we flip positions here. Cameron still looks like he's got that triangle locked up still. That's my kind of bottom side controls triangle.
I don't know that he'll really be able to finish from that, but that is just kind of nice to help isolate that other arm as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see if they can flip back over, man. Looks like he's gonna be back. Oh, now this triangle from top positions will gonna be a little bit more of a threat. See the legs coming up from Warren. He's still got his hands locked together, so maybe looking for another big bridge escape. Oh yeah, tries to bridge and. Yeah, he's in a pretty tough spot now. The camera doesn't have the triangle locked, but yeah, it looks like he's going to be using this to maybe attack the other arm of Warren. Big bridges from Warren. Cameron working this north-south body lock, which can be really tough to deal with. And now legs are coming up, trying to work the old buggy choke. Yeah. We'll see how close this is. This is going to be one of the submissions that's... Yeah, it can be hard to tell how tight these are. And only Cameron really knows how tight these can be.
I roll with Cam sometimes, and I do try to put him in this buggy quite often. So
You're close. Close.
Cameron trying to shake his way out of here. I think we got short on time here, so we might end the match. Oh, he pops his head out. Now find ourselves in front. Still sitting. Looking to attack the necktie.
is that Peruvian necktie?
Yeah. Time. Oh wow. And the match ends.
That was a great match.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one to call. Right?
Yeah.
Some near submissions from both guys. Nice triangle attack from Oren. That Peruvian necktie was close at the end.
That was slick. That was a slick transition to that.
Yeah, so we'll see what our judges have. Your winner by decision is Cameron Halton from Wolves Den Training Center. That was a great match, though, man. Wow.
That was a great match.
Yeah. Oren's got to feel good about a lot of things he was throwing up in that match. Had some nice escapes, nice triangle attacks. So.
Yeah, definitely should not be discouraged by that at all. That was a beautiful piece of work he put on.
So some great blue belt matches to start the day off. This is hopefully a sign of things to come.
Oh, I would think so.
All right, let's keep it moving. Match number 3 in the blue belt division. We've got Daniel Olajiga out of Marathon MMA.
All right, in our next match, we got Daniel Olajiga from Marathon MMA coming on out. This is a heavyweight match. He's going to be taking on Jeff Bradshaw, also from the Wolves Den Training Center. So.
Jeff Bradshaw.
All right, guys, come out, shake hands. Here we go. Battling head to head. Daniel gets the body lock. Jeff doing a good job of keeping his hips back.
Over under right here.
And I've got ourselves a nice over under position. Jeff stepping in, looking to throw. Daniel gets the double under body lock and puts Jeff down. Okay, now we're in a chest-to-chest half guard. Jeff doing a good job of getting on his hip. Daniel puts him back flat. So this is the battle we see a lot of times from these positions, is the half guard player trying to get on the side.
Top player just trying to flatten him back
Trying
out.
to keep him flat. Yeah, working this. Looks like he's got a body lock. Trying to get his knee free from Jeff's legs and see if he can advance to mount position. Jeff doing a good job of keeping a good bite on his leg, framing with his arm.
It's pretty good guard retention right there. It looked like he was almost past.
Yeah, man. In these heavyweight matches, this can be a really tough position to work out of. Daniel doing a good job of freeing his knee and bringing it down to the mat. Jeff reclaims it. Yeah, so good half guard work. Daniel tries to jump over to the other side, and he successfully passes.
Very athletic pass there.
Yeah, man. Especially for big guys. These guys are moving well. So now we got Daniel pinning him. So we got head and arm control. Pinning Jeff flat. He has to feel good about the way that this match has started. Let's see if he can start. Looks like he wants to start working on Jeff's left arm here. Opts to move to north-south. Jeff looking to create some destabilization, see if he can get some limbs back in front of Daniel. Daniel's doing a good job of, looks like he's hunting the Darce choke now, so trying to punish Jeff for getting on his side. Looks like Jeff would like to fight up to his knees if he can, but he needs to fight up to his knees and protect his neck at the same time. So we'll see if Daniel opts to spin behind the elbows or if he wants to try and keep working these front headlock chokes. Jeff doing a good job of fighting the hands, so Daniel uses that as a cue to spin to the back. Yeah, so now Jeff goes to roll through. Daniel follows him, and now we're back in side control. So, yeah, for being some heavyweights, these guys are making some pretty athletic movements. Now Daniel, Jeff trying to just create some movement to free himself from this cycle of bad positions, and Daniel's doing a great job of following him. Now they're back. He's quad potted up. He's looking to strip his leg out and break him back down to a hip. Jeff back down to his knees. Yeah, Daniel trying to keep that chest-to-back connection, keep that body lock, and yeah, see if we can break him down and stay out of in between his legs. Yeah, great timing on the mount, and now Daniel looking to set the arm triangle up here. Jeff realizing that.
Yeah, it looks like he tried to go for that big man roll, trying to trap his wrist, and it looks like he pulled out and ended up mounting him instead.
Yeah, so now Daniel working this head and arm choke. He dismounts, looking to get flat. We'll see if he can keep Jeff's shoulders flat. Yeah, opts to go back to the mount. Yeah, so when these guys commit to the head and arm choke and they don't like what they're feeling, making the smart move to get back over the top of the guy. So now Jeff turning on his side, knowing that he wants to avoid being in that arm triangle again. Let's see if he opts to maybe show his back and take a calculated risk to try to escape from here. But Daniel's got amazing positional control. You've seen him cycle back and forth between turtle, side control, going to mount, trying to stay a step ahead of Jeff. Jeff reaching back, and yeah, now we're back in the mount. Yeah, again, Daniel making a smart choice. Jeff was starting to bring that knee in the middle, maybe looking to attack the leg, and Daniel was smart to stay ahead and just dismount. So,
yeah, dismounted, readjusted the angle, came back in.
Yeah, go back to side control and start setting these attacks again. And this is the cumulative effect of having to escape these positions over and over again, especially with these big guys. Yeah, like that was a big movement from Jeff, so we'll see if this fatigues him at all. So Jeff looking to turn again, and man, Jeff is not accepting bad positions. He's trying to do what he can to escape, but man, Daniel's all over him. So now he's back behind him, keeping that chest to back connection. Following him. Everywhere he goes, he follows him. Yeah, every time he quad pods, Daniel's doing a great job of stripping that leg out and trying to break his foundation down. Jeff opting to stay on his hands and knees here. Now Daniel circling back to the front headlock. We'll see if he's trying to get on the neck. Jeff builds back up to his feet. We'll see if Daniel can bring his hands back down to the mat or if Jeff's going to be able to get free. Oh, and he gets free. So here we are, back standing again. Daniel face. Changes levels, goes to a shot. Jeff doing a great job of sprawling this off, right? So now Daniel builds it back up before anything gets too dangerous. Now it can become a battle of who's more fatigued than the other guy. And yeah, we see this overhook versus body lock battle, and the body lock's won twice now. And this has been where a lot of where this match has taken place, from Daniel following Jeff around. We'll see if Jeff tries to roll out again, or if he tries a different escape approach this time. If he tries to just build back up, yeah, kind of falls to the side, and yeah, Daniel just follows him around. Great positional control from Daniel this match. Sounds like we got a minute left in the match. Looks like Daniel's trying to get on it. Yeah. Jeff doing a good job of getting his shoulders flat to the mat. It can be hard to finish these Darce chokes when your opponent's flat. You see Daniel trying to pull Jeff up on his side for that head and arm Darce choke. Daniel has to know he's ahead right now,
Back to
too.
north-south.
Yeah, looking to finish the north-south choke. This could be a tough choke to finish. You know, only Jeff knows how tight this is right now.
It looks like he's a little high.
Oh, and with that, the match ends. Great match from these guys.
A great match from those guys.
And your winner by decision,
Daniel Olajiga. Great win. Showed awesome control the entire time. Props to Jeff. Great match. Yeah, we're moving right along. So, got another couple blue belt matches.
Hailing from Murray, Kentucky, requesting the name Tyler Amos.
First guy coming out, Tyler Amos here, traveling all the way from Quest MMA in Kentucky. So,
Oh, that's a cool. It's cool that they came up here. I think that's cool that the show reached out.
absolutely,
So much.
yeah.
Especially for its inaugural one. You
Yeah.
know, maybe moving forward.
We got another Wolves Den athlete, Greg Seeger, coming out. So, this guy's 165 pounds. They shake hands.
All right, it starts.
All right, we're seeing these guys tie up. Everybody's been looking to wrestle so far. Start battling on the feet. Both looking, looks like they're both trying to set front headlocks up. Oh, Greg gets a look at the back. Gets behind him. Big lift, puts him down. Very nice. And now,
Also, very controlled put down.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
We said no slams. That was not a slam. He controlled him to the ground.
yeah.
Great work.
Now keeping his chest
Great
glued to his back.
sportsmanship.
Yeah, staying behind the elbows and has his hook set. So now Greg pretty quickly in this match is on the back with a lot of time to work. See if he can manage the rotation of Tyler, who's looking to turn and face him. Greg staying behind him.
Keeping that chest to back connection. Looked like falling off a little bit now.
Yeah, and he's looks like he's getting a good look at the chin here. Yeah, good job realigning his head. Yeah, on that palm-to-palm choke, gets the quick finish. Greg Seeger. Very impressive performance from the young guy.
And your winner by submission, Greg Seeger.
Yeah, some amazing matches to start things out. We're just getting started here.
Oh, yeah. This is just the beginning. That was 4 out of 24, I think.
Yeah.
Great turnout for this, too. Again, for the first time.
Yeah, who's who of St. Louis Jiu-Jitsu here today?
It's really cool to see everybody coming out.
All right, coming out, representing the Wolves Den, Gracie United Wentzville. We got Barish Akul. Oh, taking the shirt off, and you can see why. Look at this man. You know, Barish is a guy, you know, we've both trained with, and man, a guy I've truly seen change his life through jiu-jitsu. I remember the first time I met him, and to see him doing something like this, you know, a few years later is pretty incredible.
It really is incredible.
Taking on Steven Kotner from the Head Nod Squad over in Edwardsville.
I have to admit, his kit is incredible as well.
Yeah,
And the hair.
amazing. Yeah, and these guys are opting to stand up too. So even the little guys, you know, you might see more guard pulling a lot. We've seen all of our matches so far today that these guys are looking to be on the feet. So look at Steven breaking the head down. Barish fighting the hands. Good job freeing his head. And these guys aren't wasting any time. Trying to dig the body lock. Barish does a good job of backing his hips up, and in doing that, he lowers his head and gives Steven the opportunity to attack. Gets his head out again. Barish takes a shot. Steven on the neck. And then the close guard. Barish getting his... Yeah, Barish doing a good job of fighting the hands and tripoding up. Steven looking to put the squeeze on. Looking to use this to reverse the position. Very nice sweep from Steven Cotner. Now finds himself in mount. Looks like he's got the gift wrap here on Barish, so Barish is going to have to be careful. Man, Mount's always a tough position to escape, but looks like he's digging underneath the elbows, and this is going to make Mount even tougher to escape. So Barish using that as an opportunity to bridge. Follow him and see if he can end up on top here. Oh, Barish doing a good job taking the high-risk strategy, having it pay off. So now Barish fighting out of the closed guard of Steven. Steven looking to work that elbow across. See Barish trying to build up to his feet. Steven doing a good job of breaking him back down. And yeah, some great close guard battles so far today. So yeah, you see him trying to work that arm across, swings the leg up on the arm attack. Oh, and takes the close guard arm bar.
That was a quick attack.
So we had a couple close guard arm bars so far today. Steven Cotner taking the victory over a tough Barish Akul. You can see everybody coming out here today, man. They're not trying to stall. We haven't had to worry about any stalling calls yet today because these guys have been getting after it.
Not at all. Even with the heavyweights, you would think that would be where the issue would possibly lie.
Yeah,
not
sure.
trying to say anything, but you know, all that.
Sometimes they have more to conserve.
It's a little bit more tired. Yeah, gets tired quicker.
All right, next we got Chris Iacob out of Springfield BJJ.
Nice little roll there. Looked like he almost touched the fan.
Yeah, tall guy. Let's see, we got Austin Ward coming out again from Head Nod over in Edwardsville, coached here by John McLaughlin. We got Chris, coached here by Brian Stubner, coming up here from Springfield, Missouri. These guys opting. These guys are a little bit more methodical on the feet compared to that last match.
A little slower than the last couple ones.
So let's both take collar ties, disengage. Austin working a lot of wrist control so far. Oh, so let's try to get in on the leg. Chris frees himself. We're back to neutral. Austin forced to bail to his back after the front headlock threat. Now Chris is putting that guard passing pressure on. Find their way into a half guard position here. Chris's coach calling for him to slow things down a little bit, you know, and you get to a good position. It looks like
He's getting swept.
Austin trying to get underneath him here, attack that leg. You see he's looking for the outside heel hook here. He put it on. Oh, and he gets a quick outside heel hook finish. Yeah, Chris went to rotate, and like a wise man, you realize there was nowhere left to go on the rotation, and Nice submission victory here from Austin Ward. Wow.
All right, I think we're going to take a little intermission. And that moved right through.
Yeah, some incredible matches so far. So, man, yeah, this is just we're just getting started here today. We're going to take a 10-minute intermission, and then after this, we're going to have our first 2 matches of our $1,000 cash bracket.
Oh, great.
So, just want to say another shout out to CPO Consulting, For You Property Management. Yeah, CPO Consulting. They got that Ask the Chief approach. So coming up next after our intermission, we're going to have Nick Arnell out of Gracie United Columbia versus Mario Gayor. And yeah, going to be some very exciting matches coming up here soon. Some high-level guys, so super excited.
Yeah. I mean, the blue belt competition was incredible, so I can't see it going downhill from here at all.
Man, they set a high standard to begin with, man. We had some action-packed matches, some submissions out of nowhere. So great start to the day so far. I keep wanting to say night, but we're actually we're doing this in the afternoon right now, which is awesome. Folks can go back and get an early night if they want, or if they want to go out and watch the UFC card tonight. So very cool to have a show like this taking place in the afternoon.
Sure, it's kind of nice for the athletes too. They don't have to sit and wait all day to be able to compete. You know, they get to do it and get it moving, not just have to worry about it.
Well, a lot of times guys train during the day, you know, so it's like,
Yeah,
you know, if you train during the day, your body's going to feel the best competing during the day.
Yeah,
if you're somebody that always trains at night, you know, it's easier to compete at night. So
shout out to our other sponsor, For You Property Management.
Yeah, For You Property Management, full-service property management company dedicated to maximizing the value of your investment while giving you peace of mind. You focus on your goals, they'll handle the property. For You Property Management. Your boy look good out there, dude. Your boy look good out there. Yeah, man. I would love that, man. Yeah.
If you are at home watching the stream, maybe leave us a comment on who your favorite match was, or if you know who is coming up or know someone, maybe give them a shout. right back. We'll do the same. I turned your mic way down just because we weren't here. Okay. This one's turned down too. You want me to turn? If you're gonna talk a little bit more while I'm gone.
Probably not much.
Yeah. I just left a little bit of noise on so people click on the screen. They're not like, oh, it's closed. I can hear like the
I'll
crowd.
spare the people at home the sound of my voice.
Also, I see why they wait.
What's that? Thank you, man.
Why you like filling the air?
Mr. Technology. What's up, boy? How you doing, dude? I'm all right. We're back here, giving the big old head on the camera right there. Oh, my bad. No, it was the bald spot thing. Yeah, exactly. We'll spare the book. Want to leave a little to the imagination. This is a cool setup. Not bad. Yeah. It already gives me ideas for ours. It's right. Which we may have.
Everything's going over here, Phil.
Everything is good. Amazing, dude. I'm having a blast, dude. This is literally. Good to see you again.
Man, how's it going?
We will be back underway.
Get some advertising in real quick.
That's right. That's right, dude. Yeah, it's going great.
I can't believe Greg did that.
That was awesome, man. Yeah. Yeah, he's got to be fired up right now.
So that side goes out to the white house.
Yeah.
That goes to the YouTube part of the video.
Yep.
So you can hear what we're
We got a live stream. No,
What about now?
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay.
All right, we're getting right to it with our first match of our $1,000 bracket. We got Nick Arnell, black belt, out of Gracie Humaida, Colombia. Nick, a very accomplished competitor, taking on Mario Gayor from 10th Planet. And Mario, you know, he keeps a pretty low profile, but I've been telling guys, man, he's a super, super talented competitor. This will be a great match here. All right, Mario getting the hammies nice and loose. Here we are, hand fighting. We'll see if these guys opt to keep it on the feet or one of these guys wants to sit to guard. Nick looking to get around to the back. Gets this body lock, and man, this is okay.
Oh, that was a slick little butterfly.
Yeah, Mario catching the butterfly guard, and great body lock pass here from Nick Arnell. Works his way around to side control. Mario not looking too concerned with it. Looking to step over the head here is Nick. It looks like he's got this handcuff grip around the back of Mario. This can be really annoying to deal with. Man, somebody like Mario, you got to really be careful because he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. So even in some of these positions that are conventionally pretty controlling for the guy on top, got to be careful about this guy throwing his legs up like this. Mario looking to climb the legs up here. Nick being patient. Let's see if he's trying to attack this far arm of Nick.
I was wondering if he was trying to set up a buggy of some sort at first, but
yeah, it looks like
no,
he's
kept that arm.
Yeah, it looks like some of these arm attacks from here can be pretty dangerous. You see now Mario's got Nick's arm caught up here. Nick looking to step over the head and probably not make any big movements here. Trying to see if he can just unlock his arm from here and Nick frees himself and back on the guard passing battle here. So you see him look to cut the knee through, gets his head down to the mat. And finishes the knee cut, and we're back in top side control, but now he's got to know, okay. This guy's got some tricks up his sleeve. Nick looking to bring that elbow. Let's see if he uses this to go knee on belly. A lot of times it's a precursor going knee on belly. Mario uses this to just take advantage of a little bit of space, and now see if he's looking to fire his feet up the middle, potentially attack the leg of Nick, and Mario with the nice entry here, looking to try to set the double trouble saddle up. Nick looking to sprawl this off. It's a nice entry from Mario there, but Nick, pretty experienced dealing with these leg entanglements. Uses his windshield wiper to step back over. Quick knee on belly. Mario captures a half guard again. But, man, yeah, some of these just cycles of getting your guard passed and re-guarding, this can be pretty exhausting. So now Nick working with double unders, chest to chest, and the half guard here. Mario bringing that classic 10th Planet lockdown game in.
I was just about to mention that.
Yeah, got to respect that. Sitting up, looking to maybe use octopus hooks. Nick trying to maybe look for a counter back take here. Oh, all the way around the corner. It's Nick Arnell. And, man, Nick Arnell in the back is very hard to deal with. Locks the body triangle. Gets himself aligned on the back, and now he's hunting the rear naked choke. And gets the rear naked choke for our first win here. Shout out to Mario for bringing some tricky attacks in here, but Nick Arnell taking the win here in the first round of our cash bracket. Great start here. Next up, our second first round match. We're gonna have Lawson Grime coming up here from Ohio, taking on Julian Mello from 10th Planet here in Kansas City. So So, Lawson is a competitor I'm really interested to see today. Coming from, I hope I pronounced our gym name correct, Odamus, from up in Ohio. He trains with Max Hansen and Dante Leone. So this guy's training with some world-class competitors. See, the confidence that you get training with world-class guys like that, even if you might not be a black belt yourself, you step into competition like this and you know you felt the best of the best. It's hard to beat that type of confidence. So see Lawson and Julian here. Julian comes, sits the guard right away. We're going to see Julian Mel probably look to attack the legs here of Lawson. So this is going to be the battle. A seated guard of Julian looking to get underneath. Oh, comes up on top. Lawson looking to get in on the leg. He's on the outside heel hook. Julian rotates through fast. Outside heel hook victory for Lawson Grime. Amazing.
Got a solid bite on that really quick.
Yeah, super precise. So two pretty quick first-round matchups. Man, I'm super excited to see the second-round match now. We're going to have Nick Arnell versus Lawson here in a little while. So, yeah, Steinbros Hot Sauce.
$100 to the fastest sub of the day.
And, man, it's going to be pretty hard to beat that.
They go down.
Now, we're back to our purple belt matches. Coming out of Jiu-Jitsu Outlet first, we have Travis Parker. These guys are 148 pounds. Man, Travis looking pretty tall for 140 pounds.
I was thinking the same thing.
Taking on Dylan Becker from Gracie United, Columbia. This looks to be a pretty fast-paced match here. Dylan sits the guard right away. Looking to keep his feet on the inside here. Travis opting to approach the guard on his knees here. Looks to dig under the head, but starts to set up the Choi bar attack here for Dylan. Puts that arm through. He's looking to stretch the arm out. This is looking like he's trying to get a fast arm bar victory here. Travis doing a good job of keeping him compressed and is able to extract his arm. So now back on the knees. Looking to step over. Dylan again. Looking for that Choi bar attack, so he's got to be really careful about reaching underneath the head of Dylan Becker. Dylan fishing that in again. He's a little more wise to it this time, pulls the arm out quickly. But yeah, that's a tough part about passing on your knees is that you're going to present your upper body to your opponent, so there's a trade-off. You know, you pass standing up, your legs are a little bit more available. You start going down to your knees like this, the upper body attacks start becoming a little bit more available for the guy on bottom, so see if Dylan uses the threat of the arms to start to attack the legs. You see him keeping that Keymaster hook on the outside here. Looking to climb the triangle. We'll see if he uses this just to get back on the arm or if he chooses to stick on the triangle attack. Travis trying to figure out if he needs to try to put that other arm back in or... Right now, Dylan's throwing the kitchen sink at him, looking to pry this arm loose. Travis looking to stuff his other arm back in. He pulls the arm out. Yeah, he's in between a bunch of submissions right now, so this can be tough to navigate.
He keeps throwing all kinds of different dilemmas at him.
Yeah, great. I mean, such a great term, dilemma, right? Having to figure out which one of the submissions to defend, and when you defend one, you give the guy the other. So now Dylan climbing, latching up that triangle a little bit tighter. It looks like he gets the punch choke in here. Finishes the triangle, so man, tough attack from Dylan, man. Amazing guard. Dylan Berry looks like he broke a sweat there. Big win for Dylan, and now we're moving on to our second purple belt match. So just want to note these matches are now 8 minutes long. These guys obviously didn't need it in our last match, but next up we got Ty Coleman from the famous Pedigo Submission Fighting, Daisy Fresh Gym in Mount Vernon, Illinois. coming on to take on Austin Spangler from Marathon MMA.
Making his way from Marathon MMA in Overland Park, Kansas, Austin Spangler.
Austin Spangler coming out here from the Kansas City area. And they decided to meet here in the middle in O'Fallon, Missouri here. So these guys shake hands. They're tying up. Oh, Ty goes for the lat drop. Doesn't quite hit it, so now making the best of it in the half guard position. Austin digging underneath the head. Ty doing a good job of replacing the knee shield. Ty doing a good job of fending off this arm. Austin trying to dig underneath the head. Yeah, similar situation we saw in this last match with Dylan Becker. If see if he uses that, tries to attack the arm. Looks like Austin looking to try to set the Darce choke here. So still got to get around this knee shield. Oh, Ty looking to establish top position here. Looks like they kind of went off the mat. We'll see if they reset him neutral or... Yeah, Eric Longar opting to reset him standing. That can be a tough position to recreate.
Yeah, it looked like it was mid-scramble when it got stopped, too.
Yeah, Ty sitting the guard right away, fighting his feet up the middle, looking to get in on the leg. Looks like he's good. Ankle lock bite. He's putting it all into it. Going belly down. Still on the straight ankle lock attack. But now we get this kind of classic straight ankle lock versus back take battle. Tyler rolling back through. See if he stays on the straight. Yeah, still staying on the straight ankle lock.
Looks really high to finish it. Now it's kind of back into place.
Yeah, Ty looking to make some more space. He can maybe get a foot to his hip or something to push him away. And Austin doing a great job of weathering the storm and ending up just like, oh, he opts to sit back on a leg himself. We'll see. For maybe a reverse toe hold. Great job from Austin. Again, fending off the leg attacks. Now we find ourselves back in this knee shield half guard. Yeah.
I know it's hard to finish the Darce from half guard like that, but with him being so long,
yeah,
does that give him like a different leverage ability, or?
It's definitely something he has more access to. Oh, it looks like maybe he thought that Ty tapped there.
I thought he tapped.
Ty says it doesn't. These guys are both gentlemen, so they're going to keep on going. No controversy here. And now he's, back. Looking like trying to catch that head and arm again. Yeah, these long arm, lanky guys. Rolling through on the Darce. But you know, Ty Coleman, he trains at Daisy Fresh with the likes of Michael Pixley, who's probably one of the most dangerous Darce chokers in the entire world. So, you know, he's seen a lot of these attacks, and you can see he's got some pretty strong Darce defense. But in doing that, he has to bail down here, bottom side control, and Austin taking the top position. We'll see if Ty tries to face him or if he tries to turn away from him. He turtles, uses that to roll back through, puts him back between his legs. Great regard by Ty Coleman. But now we're back in this familiar battle, right? Knee shield, half guard, underhook from Ty. And he has to know that, oh, man, Austin's going to be hunting this. And again, he's... Oh, uses that short Darce grip, I think, to finish. And another submission victory here in our purple belt division. Looks like Ty's neck's a little jacked up. It was getting squeezed on a lot these last few minutes.
So. It was definitely getting cranked on a few times.
And sometimes these Darce chokes, even if they don't 100% strangle you, man, can really put some intense cervical pressure on you. So Ty getting back to his feet. Crowd happy to see that. But yeah, you could see the height difference here in our two competitors, and Austin staying true to his nickname, the Strangler Spangler. Hopefully ties next, all right.
Give it up for these guys. That was back and forth, non-stop action.
Yeah, great match. Next we're going back to our $1,000 cash bracket.
Submission back into the $1,000 cash.
We're gonna have Dylan Reichman.
Coming all the way from Kansas City, Missouri. Ignite MMA, Dylan Reichman.
Dylan Reichman from Ignite MMA. Taking on Josh Graham from Daisy Fresh. This is a pretty interesting matchup. You know, Dylan is a guy who competed in jiu-jitsu a lot as a teenager and competed at a very high level. Moved on to MMA. Still has a high level of grappling. Josh Graham's a guy that we've seen, man, long time competitor, coming from one of the toughest gyms in the country, Patago submission fighting. We're going to see if these guys opt to stay on the feet. Josh Graham always has a tough seated guard. Seen him pull right here. We'll see how Dylan chooses to engage him. Looking to maybe drag the leg past. These guys moving. Oh, they're moving to the center. Josh Graham looking to pull that arm through. See if he tries to set the triangle from here. Dylan does a good job of extracting his arm. All right, back to neutral. Yeah, dangerous guard from Josh Graham. Looking to set the De La Hiva. Dylan pulls his leg out. These guys are getting a feel for each other. You can tell pretty quickly when you put a hand on somebody, like, what you're dealing with. And, you know, when you step into the guard of Josh Graham, you're going to be like, oh, man, this guy's got a dangerous guard, and I got to mind my P's and Q's. Get in and out. Josh looking to get in on a leg now.
Put it through.
Uses it to come up top. Nice row drag. Get chest to chest, and now he's putting the pressure on. See if he can use this instep to get his knee free. A great start to the match here for Josh Graham. Trying to pry that knee free here. Dylan threatens the leg attack. Josh has to back out. Now we're back into the close guard here. Josh Graham on top. Both these guys showing high skill level so far. Dylan looking to underhook that leg. A lot of times guys you can look to set up arm attacks and follow up leg attacks from here. Josh postures out. Dylan with a little double ankle off balance. Now Josh Graham comes back on top and see if he can navigate the tricky guard of Dylan. Doing a good job keeping the De La Hiva hook out in that headquarters position. Dylan backwards rolls back on top. You guys are back and forth. You can tell both these guys are comfortable being on top and on bottom. You know, a lot of times guys have a strong preference, one or the other, but these dudes, even if they are on bottom, they don't mind coming up on top and trying to pass. So now we find ourselves in the 50-50 position. So this can be pretty treacherous. And again, all submissions are legal today, so 50-50 is one of those positions that can get pretty dangerous when you start allowing the heel hooks and all the different foot attacks. So both of these guys mindful of that right now.
And it is exactly as that position sounds. It is 50-50. You know, I have in a 50-50 position, I would have the same attacks that you would have available to me.
So guys have to be careful about attacking, right? Because it can be hard to attack without making yourself vulnerable in some way. So these guys both looking to potentially uncross the feet. Yeah, I see Dylan digging underneath that far leg. Yeah, they're doing the same thing. Josh potentially looking to set a toe hold. You see Josh trying to roll to avoid the inside heel hook here. Probably the most classically dangerous attack.
Like
got a little bite on that. And these guys having to roll out of bounds. So we'll see if they get reset in the 50-50 position here, or if Eric Longar opts to start him up standing. Yeah, he stands him back up. These guys back on the feet. This time Dylan scooting underneath. Yeah, looking for that row drag again, man. Really good job deflecting the frames. He's got that cross shoulder post again, and another attempt at the row drag. Dylan using that to try to invert underneath. And now he's found himself in a potential Kimura position here. Josh digging through, yeah, finding that Kimura grip. Oh, now it looks like he switches to the straight arm lock. Trying to limit the movement. Oh, fights his legs over. This is a tough spot for Dylan right here. Now he's got this rear naked choke grip. We'll see if Josh can untangle the arms here and apply the arm lock.
Starting to get his feet involved, trying to break that grip.
Yeah.
Oh, is he trying to feed it through? I wonder if he's trying to set up that triangle.
Oh, on the arm attack, Dylan desperately trying to roll through. Oh, and Josh Graham picking up the armbar victory over a super tough Dylan Reichman. Josh advancing to the next round of our $1,000 bracket. Very good match between these two guys.
That was a great match.
Yeah.
A lot of back and forth.
All right, next up, we're going to have the final match of our first round of our 8-man $1,000 cash bracket. We got CJ Hunter representing St. Charles MMA, Team Boggy, taking on Alonzo Fears from Pure Response Tactical Training.
Looks like combined, these two almost have 40 years of combat sport experience.
Wow. Yeah, CJ Hunter, a guy that we've seen around, he's been around forever. And infamous for his front headlock, Darce attacks. You know, we've seen a lot of these tools utilized tonight. Front headlock, head and arm chokes. CJ's a master of that.
Representing Pure Response Tactical Training, Alonzo Fears.
Alonzo Fears removing his hat before coming out on the mat. These guys are ready to go.
Alonzo was out there looking like he was ready to have a good time.
Yeah, these guys both got. They look loose, you know. I think that's one thing we noticed from our blue belt matches earlier to now is the more experienced competitors definitely are a little bit more patient, right? Even if they're trying to get the initiative on their partner, it's like a little bit less of the frantic energy that we saw with some of the less experienced competitors. Alonzo looking to get the arm by. CJ digging that underhook. Looking for...
Heavy on those collar ties.
Yeah. Oh, Alonzo reaching for the leg. CJ with the over-under body lock and uses that to put him down directly into side control. It's a good start to the match here for CJ Hunter. Bringing up the knee on belly. Nice low knee on belly. Alonzo fending that off, bringing his own leg in. CJ moving to the other side. Keeping him flat now. Tries to step over into mount. Looking maybe for the arm triangle here, but Alonzo Fears doing a good job of bringing his knees in the middle. Now they're back on the feet here again. Alonzo Fears looking for the trip, but CJ Hunter hard to off balance. Back in the center of the mats. Are tied up again. See if CJ looks for that body lock again. That was a pretty successful takedown here the first time. Alonzo looking for the trip, but kind of backfired. Now CJ on top. CJ opting to pass the guard from a distance versus play real close. We'll see the guard of Alonzo Fears here. Moving into the knee shield half guard. Yeah, and you could see he's looking for that head and arm right away. Alonzo's going to have to be mindful of his frames. Alonzo potentially looking to attack the arm that CJ's digging underneath the head, but CJ sprawling the legs down, and now he gets past any potential knee shield. Alonzo putting a little butterfly hook in to try to off-balance him. CJ doing a good job staying stuck to the upper body, is able to advance the side control. But Alonzo bringing his near side knee in right away. CJ looking to pass towards the head, but great guard reset here from Alonzo Fears. You know, we've just seen this a couple times tonight where the guy has to re-guard a few times, and there's kind of a cumulative, goes with a fast Imanari roll. Directly in on the saddle position, and he uses this to come up on top versus attack the legs, which is, yeah, great use of the saddle. A lot of times people think that you're going right for the foot, but he looks attacked. Now he's grabbing an ankle lock grip, so we'll see if he uses this, if he just wants to sit back. He's going for the standing ankle lock, a la Chris Jericho.
CJ looked like he had that boot on real good.
Yeah, it's going to be
breaking those toes down.
It's going to be a tough one to finish. Now we're back in the close guard. CJ
setting a triangle trap.
Yeah. Showing a dangerous close guard.
Halfway through, judges favor.
Uses that wrist control to get back to his feet.
Red corner.
This guy's back on the feet again. Oh, looks like CJ now on the crucifix attack.
Alonzo tried to grab a leg kind of unconventionally, and it put him right into it.
CJ with the hand. He's doing the muffle. We had to ask beforehand if this was going to be allowed. They said, we said all submissions were legal. So this can be sometimes something that's used to set your chokes up. Alonzo doing a good job of freeing himself from the crucifix and now ending up on top. We'll see if CJ tries to use his guard to get back to his feet or keeping those butterfly hooks in, looking to move the leg.
It looked like he was trying to go towards the leg as soon as he got that foot through.
Now he's on that straight ankle lock grip. Alonzo gets his foot down to the mat. We'll see if he looks to build up from here. It's hard to get foot locked, or straight ankle locked at least, if your foot is flat on the mat. But now you see him potentially switch to the outside heel hook, and he gets the finish there. Very nice win from the veteran CJ Hunter. And we now have solidified our second round of our cash bracket here today. CJ Hunter doing a good job of switching off from ankle lock to heel hook and getting the victory. So now in our next match, we're moving back to our purple belt bracket. We got actually one of my training partners here, Dan Davey, taking on AJ Reeves from BJJ Lifestyle Academy. You know, talking about front headlock chokes, Dan Davey is probably the best Darce choker I've had the pleasure of training with.
So we might be catching one of those this evening, or at least keeping an eye out.
Keep an eye out, yeah, for the front headlock attacks of Dan Davey. You can see another tall, long-armed guy.
Mm-hmm.
But AJ Reeves over here, big guy too. AJ Reeves stepping up on a day's notice. Dan's original opponent wasn't able to make it here today. AJ, yeah, stepping up literally on a day's notice to come take on Dan Davey. It's big props for that. Come out to here and let's see what their strategy is. Dan opting to go shirtless.
Leg pick.
Yeah, picks up the leg. You see, Dan almost looks like he wants AJ to pick that leg up.
Yeah, it's like he's kind of trying to...
Kind of baiting him a little bit.
Yeah. It's like giving it to him.
Dan rocking the breathe right strip on his nose. Choosing to stay pretty upright. Dan sits the guard. I'll see the guard passing of AJ Reeves now. Dan getting the butterfly hooks here. Getting the butterfly hooks and the body lock here. So if he looks to set up the shoulder crunch sweep. Nice shoulder crunch sweep for Dan Davey.
He's got a triangle almost set up here.
Looks like he's got the triangle set. So now Dan Davey on the reverse triangle. We'll see if he uses this to attack the arm or potentially finish a triangle. Dan sticking on this triangle. See if he uses it to sweep all the way to top. Now he's back on the arm attack. See if he looks to go for the razor armbar here. Sometimes these positions can be... Oh, and he gets the finish on the straight armbar. Great win for Dan Davey.
And your winner by submission,
Handsome Dan, which I don't think is an ironic nickname.
I don't think so either.
No. Some guys have it all. Takes the win by armbar here today. Props to AJ Reeves again for taking the match on 1 day's notice. A lot of guys would not do that, so props to AJ Reeves. Moving right along here. Our next purple belt match. We're going to have Steven Fisher.
keeping it moving in the purple belt division. We have Amir Khalidi from Marathon MMA.
Amir Khalidi from Marathon MMA coming on out. Coming out of that Kansas City area again.
Representing Inertia MMA and Head Nod Brazilian
Now we got from Inertia MMA, from Head Nod Jiu-Jitsu, we got Steven Fisher here. So, man, these purple belt matches have been great so far.
They really have. I mean, all the matches have been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Every one of the black belt bracket ended with a submission, right?
Yeah, and right away, Amir looking to get in on the leg of Steven Fisher. Wasted no time. Set to guard right away, fired his legs up the middle. Steven on the defense. Amir going hard on the, looks like he's on that outside heel hook again. We've seen a couple of these today. Oh, and gets the fast outside heel hook victory. Yeah, anytime you get in a position where two guys are both going for leg locks at the same time, man, that's got to be close to our Stein Brothers hot sauce. I don't know the exact count on that, but that was one of the fastest submissions we've seen here today. So
yeah, we'll get a count on that maybe next time Bricker comes by and see where we're standing so far. Man, there's just a lot of talent in this room.
absolutely, yeah.
Not
Midwest,
even just competitors. I mean,
yeah. Look at the coaches around here today. I mean,
yeah.
you know, some of the guys we have here are putting on the show. Yeah, man. Midwest Jiu-Jitsu has just improved so much. Now coming from Rockford, Illinois, we got Jeff Larson representing Black Flag, taking on Alex Miner from Inertia MMA. These guys are 180 pounds. Again, these purple belt matches are supposed to be 8 minutes long, but we have not, I think, gotten close to it.
Not even close. I think only one of them's hit the halfway mark.
All right. These guys meet in the center of the mat, bump this, and here we go. Little hand fighting on the feet. See Jeff looking for that slide by to foot sweep we see so often. Yeah, looking for it again.
Those slide
Yeah.
by foot sweeps look so beautiful when they're landed, timed right.
Absolutely, yeah. Seen him trying to counter the collar tie here.
Oh,
The collar tie of his
nice
own.
pull.
Climbing the legs up. Alex doing a good job of posturing out. Now Jeff looking in to get in on this leg. Alex trying to cross face him off. We'll see if he can off balance him enough to get a good bite on the leg here. Nice, Jeff. Looking to get on this leg, yeah. Alex trying to sprawl it off. Oh, looking to attack that arm and see if he can climb the triangle. Alex circling around to the other side, making him turtle. Oh, nice. Jeff Larson, as soon as he got on top, went to sit back on the footlock. Alex doing his best to defend it. Man, that could be a great time to attack the footlock, is right after you sweep somebody, right? When they're still kind of being like, oh, went bottom to top. And right, as I say that, Jeff Larson uses that to finish. I believe it was a straight ankle lock here. It's another fast submission victory here.
And your winner by submission, Jeff Larson.
Yeah, nice win for Jeff Larson here. Doing a great job of mixing positional advancements with the submission attacks. And we are down to just one last purple belt match here.
Wow, we moved through those.
Representing Springfield BJJ, Sean Stacy.
All right, coming out now representing Springfield BJJ, Sean Stacy. Going to see him taking on Adam Jenkins from Head Nod HQ. Adam with a pretty amazing Fu Manchu. These guys are slapping hands, and here we go. Sean coming out right away. Adam jumps right to close guard. These guys are not wasting any time. Looking for that bully pass. Sean trying to pass the arm underneath Adam. Adam does a good job of freeing himself from that. Here we go, fighting out of the close guard. Yeah, it looks like Sean's still thinking about maybe trying to pass that arm under the back. That can be such a difficult pass to deal with if you can get that arm pass through. Adam looking to control the head of Sean Stacy. Sean giving him the forearm to the neck. Adam potentially looking to drag the arm past. Now the guard opens up. And, oh, we got a little ankle lock shootout. And Adam Jenkins finishes the ankle lock here on the outside.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, very nice.
And your winner by submission,
Adam Jenkins taking the ankle lock victory. Looks like we're going to take another intermission here before we have some more of our cash brackets. Man, and some of these matchups we got coming up here, these are going to be some pretty high caliber matches here. So I'm very excited for that.
One time before we go to intermission, maybe let's shout out our sponsors one more time.
Yeah.
With the CPO Consulting LLC. It's veteran owned and operated. So continue to support our troops.
Yes,
They're always here for us.
Yes, thank you, CPO Consulting. Also, For You Property Management. This has been a great event so far, and these sponsors here today really helped make this possible. So thank you to all of you guys. Thank you to some of our other sponsors, Sweeps and Teeps, Stein Bros Hot Sauce, and then, yeah, Wolves Den Training Center. You see a lot of our Wolves Den athletes out here competing today, representing, and
And we will be back.
we'll be right back.
Yeah, like I said, I was gonna let you run most of it anyways. You're like way more well versed. There's like certain things I'm like, I know what he's doing, I don't know what it's called.
Dude, you're doing great, man.
So I was like, I'm just gonna chime in here and there. Make
No,
sure the
man, this is
cameras are
awesome.
doing good. This is fun.
It is fun.
I was telling Mom, I was like, I was losing sleep over it. I was like, I'm gonna suck.
Yeah, because I've watched events where the commentary ruins it. So they're just like talking about something that has nothing to do with what's going on out there.
Yeah, or diving into something else, or like just
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
their teammate and how good it is wrestling. Like, no, let's just watch the match. Like,
Exactly. So
and like you're doing so good. I don't even need to build on it because like Tyler and I and somebody else were talking. Like the people who are going to watch mid-afternoon jiu-jitsu matches probably kind of know what they're watching. So like you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
we're kind of just
that's a tough thing to be say too. It's like how much of like do you want to like give people like 101? This is why Mount is good.
Yeah.
This kind of
He
stuff.
gets his hand there because it stops him from turning. It's like no, like he got his arms under there. That's just like a really good.
Most of our audience, I'm pretty sure, are practitioners to some degree.
That's kind of what we were like. Maybe on the crazy submissions, like like a weird buggy or something. Like maybe kind of be like, hey, right here, what he's doing is he's trying to hit this. Like when he was fighting for that arm bar in the triangle, like, no, it's not just fighting for him. He's like he's trying to find the angle for which one's going to work. It's like that's a great way to describe it. So,
Yeah, dude. So hey, you're doing awesome, Brian. I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab me a snack. I was watching the repping fries. So All right.
We are back.
We are back. We are back.
Ready to get on with round 2 of our $1,000 bracket.
Jeremy. Rick.
Making his way to the Atlantic, representing Gracie Humida, Columbia, Nick Arnell.
All right, this is one of the matchups that I was most interested to potentially see today. Nick Arnell here from Gracie United Columbia, taking on Lawson Grime from Optimus Jiu-Jitsu. About to see a high-level match here. Nick taking his first-round matchup by choke from the back. Lawson on the leg lock. You see Nick sits to guard right away this time. Lawson looking to push him flat. Nick looking to hide those feet. See if Lawson looks for the leg lock path again. It's looking like what he's trying to find so far. If he sits back, we'll see if Nick opts to come up on top. Lawson reestablishing top position. Now Nick, Nick in this Nishio reverse De La Riva position. Janogi, this could be a pretty dynamic position. A lot of entries and sweeps available to both guys. Referee Eric Longar opting to reset them back in the center of the match. Center of the mats, excuse me. You can tell the crowd knows that these are two of our top competitors here today. Everybody's pretty attentive. Keeps looking to strip this grip off. You see Nick looking to establish his control on the heel of Lawson. Lawson continuously trying to strip that grip off. Yeah, and you see that's a big hand fight over here. We saw Lawson with those fast row drags before, so Nick probably mindful of that. Nick now looking to maybe drag the arm past and come up on the single leg. Lawson doing a good job of pushing back in, so we'll see if Nick uses this to kind of connect with the leg attack.
Sweet, almost. Nick sits back.
Yeah, we got Nick with his leg triangled on the inside here.
Digging for the heel.
Digging for the heel. Lawson having to make a big movement to escape. It looks like he frees his knee line. We'll see if he tries to counterattack or just free himself. He's got his leg free. Nick looking to row that leg back in, and Lawson chooses to bail and re-engage the guard. Now we're back in this kind of battleground position of this knee shield half guard. Again, Nick cross frame in. Lawson looking for those row drags. This time he does pull the arm by. But Nick using this to go all the way around to the back.
Almost over the shoulder.
See if he can get all the way around. Now he's looking to bite up over the shoulders, potentially lock a triangle, or attack the arm of Lawson. Good job of Lawson of fighting off that back take and ended up in top position, but now he's got to protect his upper body. Nick looking to maybe lock a triangle here so he can isolate that arm. Lawson trapping the foot between his legs. Nick Arnell's got to feel pretty good about the position he has right now. Kimura grip, his legs trapped. About 5 minutes left in this match. Nick Arnell still keeping this Kimura grip. Now looking to swim through and potentially separate the arms. And now he has the triangle locked, but his leg is still stuck between Lawson's, which can make some of these finishes a little bit more difficult to do.
From the angle I'm sitting at, it looks like he might have control of that arm.
Looking to break the arm and see if he can Goes straight to the straight arm lock, putting some heat on the arm. Oh, boy, he's putting some serious heat on that. Lawson doing his best to fight with everything he has. Wow.
Wow.
Incredible grit right there from
Wow.
Lawson. That got my blood pressure up.
I shook my arm a little bit just to.
Yeah. These guys are battling for money. So for the white belts watching, this is not maybe the way you should be defending the armbar in the gym, but these guys are competing for cash. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, you can definitely tell these are not day one competitors either.
Oh, no. Yeah. Right now, Nick Arnell ahead halfway through. But who knows how much he put into trying to finish that attack there. He probably thought he had him. Now Lawson on top. See if Nick tries to do some back take action from here again.
Lawson had an arm a moment ago, but I can't see it now.
Nick bridging to get on top. Lawson, yeah, it looks like he's got a Kimura grip of his own. Nick postures out of that. Now Nick back on top. A little over halfway through here. We got a couple minutes left. And now we flipped. We're back in this kind of knee shield reverse De La Riva position. But this time Nick on top. Lawson looking to invert underneath. Potentially use this to set up a leg attack.
He cleared his knee line pretty quick.
Yeah, Nick clears, and we'll see if he tries to come back on top or if he maybe looks to bolo underneath. He's going to turn to save his foot. Now he's got his double-seated position. Man, there's a lot that can happen from here. Nick looking to roll back through. Real comfortable defending the leg locks with back takes. This is a very, very advanced skill. Lawson's still trying to get in on these foot locks. Nick trying to stop his feet from closing a loop off. Dawson on the outside heel now. Nick having to make a pretty big movement to escape, but appears to be calm. Man, this is exactly what we were hoping to see out of these two guys, man. Lots of attacks, super technical. Yeah. It's going to be a match we can study and learn a lot from. See, Nick staying turned on his side here, keeping his toes facing him because he's ready to spin out any footlock that Dawson does. This time, Lawson opting to come back on top. Nick now with this underhook De La Riva grip. Lawson trying to turn his knee out to make that De La Riva hook difficult to establish. Now Nick with the spinning underneath. Yeah, and the battle of back takes versus leg locks. Such a interesting battle, and Nick looked like he wanted to come up on top for a second there, but opted to go back. And yeah, now we're back in this reverse De La Riva grip. Nick Arnell looking to use that heel grip again. So it's the row drags. Yeah, again now Nick using that to get underneath on the far leg. We'll see if he can close the loop off. See Lawson pushing that leg down so he can free his knee. We'll see if he looks to back step out. Nick got a grip on that leg that he wants to back step with. Looks like we got about a minute left here. This is a pretty close match. Yeah, every time Lawson goes after the foot, Nick does a good job of rotating to free his knee line. Lawson throwing a reap. Nick looks unaffected. Again, Lawson on these straight ankle locks. And, sometimes in these submission-only rule sets, a lot of times how much you sell the submission or sell how much it's not bothering you can have an impact on the outcome of the match.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. He never seemed like he felt like he was in danger, but
sometimes we don't know,
Yeah, but Lawson was throwing a lot of submissions, so it's going to be kind of a...
Yeah, match ends with Nick Arnell on top with the body lock, but this was a very competitive match.
That was extremely competitive.
Nick Arnell with the tight armbar attempts, lots of foot locks here from Lawson. Man, these two super high-level practitioners we're lucky to have here today. So let's see who takes the decision here. Referee Eric Longar talking to our president, CEO, commissioner, Justin Bricker.
All right, and your winner by decision.
And your winner by decision, Lawson Grime. Nick Arnell obviously disappointed.
I can kind of see where that decision was made. It did seem like
sometimes it's like quantity. What's the quantity of submissions versus the quality of submissions? You know,
yeah,
it's tough. This is a tough. I'm glad that we're back here,
very much,
and
so.
it's not our job to be making the judgments on this. Obviously, Nick in his corner, pretty disappointed.
Yeah, it's understandable. It was a really, really closely contested match.
All right, moving on to the next semi-final match in the bracket, representing Pentagon submission, fighting Joshua Graham.
Now coming out, we have our next match in the second round. We got Josh Graham back from Pedigo Submission Fighting.
Representing St. Charles Mixed Martial Arts.
Coming to take on CJ Hunter from St. Charles MMA. I think we're going to see Josh Graham sit to guard right away. Yeah. Now we'll see how CJ chooses to engage. A dangerous seated guard at Josh Graham. Josh trying to connect to what's in front of him. Jumps, climbs up on the triangle pretty quickly. CJ disengages. Josh Graham looking for arm drags. Again, throwing those legs up. You can see he can slap the triangles and the arm bars real fast. Thumb up, and now Josh Graham locks up the close guard. So we'll see CJ looking for the old can opener. CJ with the body lock here and close guard. It's going to be hard to advance his position at all from here, but sometimes you can make guys make mistakes just by grabbing a body lock and slowing things down a little bit. Josh Graham now looking for, looks like a Nogi Ezekiel choke here. Just trying really to break the hands open of CJ Hunter.
Yeah, doing anything to create a little bit of movement.
Yeah, it's going to be a very grindy position. Arms are open now. Josh Graham on this arm lock attack. Trying to maybe move the arm across. See, CJ's got those long arms. Yeah, he's trying to reach around and catch that handcuff. It can be hard to get that, but man, when you get that hand pulled behind the back, it can be really hard to get free from.
I was just about to say that. It can be hard to get, but it's harder to get away from once it's really locked in place.
So this could be maybe one of the reasons that CJ opts to use this closed guard body lock is just to maybe catch the guy turning on his side and see if he can catch that handcuff grip. Josh Graham kind of fishing a guillotine grip, and then CJ Hunter tripoding up and putting that shoulder pressure on. Almost as if he was trying to Von Flue choke him from inside his closed guard. Josh Graham pushing away a little bit, not liking this.
Yeah, it looks like he's grabbing the shoulder to make a little bit of space.
This is a choke that you don't see get finished very often, but man, with a guy like CJ Hunter who's got a lot of length and some unconventional attacks, I'm sure he's got a monster squeeze. This could be one of those things that maybe catches you off guard. You can see Josh is, yeah, like you said, trying to pull on that shoulder and just free himself from this a little bit. sometimes from the judge's perspective, it can be hard to be like how much you weigh this as a submission attempt, or again how close some of these like buggy chokes or how close some of these unconventional attacks can be, and a lot of times only the competitors really know. But again, it's hard for Josh Graham to mount much offense from here.
It looks like CJ is pinching his other arm. Pinching, there it goes. Well, he was pinching his arm in there where he couldn't really get it back.
Yeah, and you see guys do this from the kind of classic Von Flue choke, but yeah, now he looks to opt to open that up, and Josh Graham trying to control the posture and.
Halfway through, judges favor the black corner.
Now Josh Graham staying seated. CJ standing, looking to approach this guard. Drops a knee down, and look for Josh Graham to come throw his legs up. Yeah, he's looking for these triangles and arm bars. CJ just one of these guys that has been in the game for so long that he has such good positional awareness and such good awareness of when the submissions are starting that it can be hard to get deep in anything with him. Josh keeping his feet on him again. Ooh, trying to throw up those fast attacks. Now CJ on the front headlock. And this is where he's most dangerous. Oh, this is tight. Josh Graham coming up on top. No, and he gets the Darce choke. Yeah, CJ Hunter, legendary Darce choker, living up to his reputation. Catching a super dangerous Josh Graham. So we now have our final set for our 8-man bracket. We're going to have Lawson Grime and CJ Hunter battling out for $1,000. So it looks like next we're going to have our one and only gi jiu-jitsu match of the day. So almost all of our matches no gi today. So we're going to have Nick Culp out of the Wolves Den here, taking on Brendan Cook from BJJ Lifestyle.
I think you said the only thing illegal would be the heel hooks.
The crowd booing that. The crowd wants to see heel hooks in the gi. Nick Culp coming out on the mat.
Representing BJJ Lifestyle Academy, Brendan Cook.
Brendan Cook coming out. I'm excited to see, some people think that gi jiu-jitsu maybe is a little bit less spectator friendly, but it just depends on the practitioners, and I think these guys come out, they pursue the action the same way that everybody has tonight. I'm going to see an exciting match, so we'll see if these guys grip up here. Nick staying pretty upright. Nick with Tomonagi right away. Straight to mount. Great start to the match. See if he opts to stay in the back here, Brendan Cook. He's got the body triangle locked up. Great start to the match here for Nick Culp. And man, the back position, you got to worry about a lot more than just the rear naked choke now.
And we've seen some of our other guys be able to kind of create scrambles from the back a little bit more easily with the no-gi, but with the gi, with all that friction and fabric to be able to hold on to, it's
going to be a lot tougher.
It's a little easier just to hold. And not saying stall, but just it's a lot harder to get away from.
Look like Nick's got a good collar grip, looking to put that. Oh, man, and a fast bow and arrow choke from Nick Culp.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, great performance from Nick. Tomonagi straight to mount, takes the back, bow and arrow choke. Big win for the Wolves Den representative.
And your winner by submission, Nicholas Paul.
All right, we're getting down to the wire here. We got 4 more matches left on our card before we have our finals of our $1,000 bracket. Next up from Springfield Fight Club comes Joseph Murphy out on the match. We got a 155-pound brown belt no-gi match now. Joseph looking to take on Bryce Allen of the Head Nod headquarters.
Bryce Allen.
These guys come out and hand fight a little bit. And we'll see what tactics they choose to use. This guy's looking up to wrestle a little bit here on the feet. Joseph almost daring him to go after his head a little bit. Bryce Allen digs an underhook, but Joseph fends it off. Now Joseph Murphy looking for that 2-on-1. Yeah, now back to neutral. These guys want to be battling from top today, it looks like.
Yeah, is this the longest standing we've had a match start?
Gotta be close to it.
Oh, I verified. 16 seconds is our fastest submission.
For who?
16 seconds. I did not ask who.
Well, that's going to be pretty hard to beat.
I believe so.
Again, Bryce Allen looking to punch an underhook, but Joseph getting his head in good position, forcing him to reset.
Clarification on that, the fastest submission was Lawson.
All right.
That was at 16 seconds.
So Lawson Grime with the potential to win $1,100 today. It's in the finals of our cash bracket. These guys still battling on the feet, trying to figure out how to get an edge on the other guy. Looks like Joseph's been looking for a lot of 2-on-1s. Bryce has been trying to fight with an underhook. And they haven't really been able to get too far into an attack quite yet. Just clears the collar tie, tries to get in on Bryce. Bryce does a good job of disengaging. They're head-to-head. Bryce fighting his arms inside. And some of this can be a war of attrition, you know. Maybe the guy's trying to get his opponent to take a bad shot or overcommit to something that they weren't really looking to get, and countering, that can be a little bit easier to do on the feet sometimes. Bryce decides to sit to guard, and yeah, we end up directly in the close guard here. So now we'll see the close guard of Bryce Allen. Looks like he's trying to climb up. He's trying to turn and see if he looks to attack that right arm of Joseph Murphy. Putting that foot on the hip, yeah, trying to establish an angle. Oh, climbs up and gets a bite on the shoulder. Now, see if Bryce Allen can secure the triangle. Joseph Murphy, looks like his hand's still kind of stuck in there, but we might see him take that out just to defend the triangle. Sometimes you just have a hand inside there. It can be hard to really do much to use to defend. But he has enough of his arm in there to get Bryce to bail on the triangle. Now he's back on the attack, and Hits a nice arm across pendulum sweep to, looks like he's establishing full mount here. It's one of the nice things about closed guard attacks. Your closed guard is just an upside down mount. So if you can sweep with your closed guard, you're going to end up directly in mount, not have to pass yourself. So Bryce staying heavy on that left side, but a little bit too much, so he's able to get bridged back over by Joseph Murphy again, and now we're back into the closed guard. Bryce looking to stuff that wrist. We'll see if he tries to, looks like he's trying to climb that triangle again. He stuffs, he climbs. Joseph does a good job of posturing out, but goes right back into it. So now, ooh, this one's on. We'll see if he looks to switch off to the arm bar here. He's got a good angle for that. Yeah, looking to catch the wrist of Joseph Murray. Going out of bounds, but is Eric Holmgar going to let them continue? They're on the he's on the triangle, swims through the leg. Let's see if he uses it to come up to mount. Joseph does not want to fight out of a mounted triangle, so he bridges him back over. Right on the edge of the mat here. Bryce has to feel good about this. This is definitely the most secure submission of the match so far. You see Joseph Murphy trying to bring that knee down to the mat. This is a pretty good triangle defense. We'll see if Bryce uses that to try to bridge back up to mount again, or if he uses, or if he opts to attack the arm that's stuck inside the triangle. Bryce doing a good job of keeping his legs locked. Yes, got this knee down on the ground, so this can make finishing the choke a little bit difficult. Bryce been doing a great job of being patient and not overcommitting and switching to a submission that might not be there yet. Looking to peel that arm out. Oh, and Joseph Murphy does a great job of getting his arm free. Now on the double unders. Bryce planking himself back to fend off the stack and sits up, tries to attack the neck. Now we're back into the closed guard. So great attack from Bryce Allen. Great triangle defense here from Joseph Murphy. And now Bryce isn't letting that slow him down. Looking to start building these angles again. Bryce has to know that there's about a minute and a half now. A minute and a half left. He has to know that he's ahead on the, we'll say, the scorecards. And just has to manage to keep attacking from his closed guard here. So it looks like he's got an overhook. Joseph postures out. Looking like he's maybe setting up the lion tamer. Postured up tall. Double ankle sweep, but Joseph was ready for it. Trying to attack the leg now. Bryce clearing feet, looking to come up on top, See if Joseph can keep him down on his hips. Great job of Bryce Allen to fend off the leg attack and reestablish top position. Now trying to keep the feet open. Disengages his legs. He's out of trouble now. Bryce Allen on top. Got to be getting down to the wire here, close to the end of the match. Bryce Allen maybe looking to sit back himself. Claims the front headlock here when Joseph comes up on top. Bryce with that body triangle in the closed guard. Still going to stuff that wrist. Maybe get one more triangle attack going before the end of the match. Switch on the omoplata. Use the omoplata to catch the sweep. Fights back up to his knees. And these guys have both been trying to push the action the entire time.
Oh, almost gets the back.
Yeah, Joseph having to spin to avoid the front headlock attack and shows his back in here. And that is time. Great match from these two. Very close triangle attack. I have to imagine Bryce Allen takes this, but we'll see what the judges think.
And your winner, representing
And Bryce Allen takes the win over a tough Joseph Murphy. All right, we got a couple more matches here. We got 2 black belt matches left, 1 brown belt match left, and then we're going to have the finals, $1,000 finals of our bracket. Next up, we got Ryan Wallace from Fathom BJJ taking on James Regina from 10th Planet, Kansas City. So another Kansas City practitioner making the trip out here. Shout out to our crew today. Eric Longard doing a great job refereeing. Stephen Carlisle, Josh Murdoch judging from the sides. These guys got a tough job. Ryan Wallace stepping out on the mat from Fathom BJJ.
Is that the Vegeta rash card?
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Coming all the way from 10th Planet, Kansas City, James Regina.
James Regina.
Said from Kansas City, too?
Yeah, it's coming from 10th Planet, Kansas City. James is a super active competitor. He's been getting a lot of work in lately, so interested to see him in this matchup here. James rocking the St. Louis Outlaws shorts. St. Louis Outlaws coming to PGF next year. Who knows? We may see a couple of our participants here today. Hopefully trying to get on the team.
Would love to see that.
Yeah, James with the overhook, Ryan with the underhook. Classic battle. Looking for far side wrist control. Ryan does a good job of finding his head free, and we reset in the center of the mat. James looking for the arm drag.
Ryan has a bit of a different stance.
Yeah, you see that almost like kind of like Philly shell. Yeah.
For grappling. Have you had any experience dealing with that?
Yeah, he might just be trying to. I don't know.
I'm just wondering if there was benefits from that. That was a nice transition to the knee. Oh.
See if these guys get reset. Eric Longard letting him go. James taking the toe hold. Getting the reset here in the center. Yeah, it can be tough from a referee's perspective, you know, when these guys get close to the out of bounds and they're threatening submissions. Use a referee. I know I've been there. You don't want to interfere with the action as much as possible. You don't want anybody to even remember who you were at the end of the day. See Ryan working that 2-on-1. Yeah, I think Ryan might be doing this to try to have an advantage getting an underhook with his right arm. I'd have to ask him, but
it was just a little bit of a different.
Definitely different than a lot of stances you see. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know you have a little bit more time on the mats than me, so I thought maybe you had seen something.
Oh,
like that
James looking to use the overhook attack to roll through to the legs, but Ryan being smart. These guys are black belts, so everything they're doing, you can say they're probably doing it for a reason. James holding on to the head of Ryan, making sure that Ryan can't get too far away if he wants to sit back on this foot. Now Ryan holding both legs, switching off. We'll see if Ryan wants to attack the foot. Sometimes, especially if you're not familiar with your opponent, it can be hard to know their leg lock prowess, and until you find yourself going for one on them. James looking to pull this leg through. Looks like he wants that outside heel hook. He's looking at him. He's digging, turning. He's got a good bite on this. Now looks like he maybe switches it. Good job of Ryan Wallace fending this off. There's a point where James Regina was going for that. Now he's on this straight ankle lock.
Yeah, a little bit of a grimace there for a second.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like he
Oh.
gets the tap. Finishes the straight footlock. Big win for James Regina.
And your winner by submission, James Regina.
All right, we are down to our last 3 matches of the day. Man, this day has just flown by.
It really did fly by. It really did fly by.
I'm in the mood for another 24 after this.
I could agree.
All right, next we got Ryan Domilewski from the Wolves Den Training Center, one of their coaches, coming out to take on JJ Speak.
Coming all the way from West Plains, Missouri, representing Team Fusion, JJ Speak.
JJ Speak, the Team Fusion representative, coming out here from West Plains, Missouri.
This should be a great match as well. I mean, all of them have been.
This guy's tying up. JJ looking to get a hold of Ryan's leg. Ryan fends it off. These guys are hand fighting, kind of feeling what each one of them brings to the table.
Ryan's got a good underhook.
Let's see. Oh, does a great job limp arming out. Coming up on top of JJ Speak. JJ looking to get the straight arm lock, and Ryan Domilewski, anybody's training with him knows he's got great guard passing. Looking to see if he can maybe compress JJ Speak's legs together. JJ doing a good job of keeping that butterfly hook turned up, not letting his knees get crunched together. They're here in this headquarters position. This is where Ryan likes to pass from. JJ doing a good job of getting on his hip, potentially looking to get underneath him. Now see if Ryan transfers to the front headlock attack. Ryan doing a great job of mixing the guard passes with the submission threats. Now advances to mount. Clears the head. Keeping his chest floating above JJ Speak. And now JJ's got to choose whether he wants to be mounted or give his back up. This could be a tough choice to make. Ryan's cool with either one. Ryan looking potentially to catch that gift wrap. JJ knows that. Hiding his hand.
Luke, the power. If it turns back off.
See Ryan being real patient here. Looking to catch that hand behind the head of JJ Speak. JJ trying to keep his arm safe. Knows he probably doesn't want to give his back up. Maybe hoping Ryan makes a little bit of a mistake while he's trying to figure out which one of these attacks he wants to choose. But Ryan Domilewski being very patient, very tactical right now. He's got this body triangle locked up. So, man, this is going to be really hard for JJ to try to elbow escape out of. Now Ryan on the back. Looking to dig underneath the neck. Oh, looks like he's punching the rear naked choke in. This could be it. Such a palm to palm. Nice. And
nice tap. That was well done.
Nice rear naked choke victory from Ryan Domolewski. Ryan with a nice job limp arming out of that overhook attack, and that was the deciding moment of the match. So now we're down to our last two matches. We have one more black belt no-gi match here between Court Wall and Stephen Graham here at 160 pounds. Then we're going to have the finals.
Number 2 died for a second. Oh, no. No, it's fine. We caught it. It looks like it's been there. The power.
Court Wall stepping out onto the mat.
I'll fix it.
Veteran competitor in MMA and Jiu-Jitsu. Really tricky, unorthodox game. This is one of my favorite guys to watch compete. Taking on the tough Stephen Graham. Stephen Graham coming from Marathon MMA in Kansas City. Another long-time MMA veteran, Jiu-Jitsu veteran, Jiu-Jitsu black belt. So these guys got a ton of experience between them, and here they meet here in the center of the map.
I had lost my headphones for a second. This is a black belt match, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Court Wall using that guillotine attack to reverse the position, end up on top. Now chest to chest in the half guard. Looks like he's still got that guillotine grip. And man, guillotines are underutilized for passing the half guard.
Yeah, today alone, I feel like we've seen a lot of passes just utilizing that.
Yeah, so now Court on the head and arm control, looking to backstep his leg out. See Steven trying to, Court jumps over the legs. And another guy with a nasty front headlock game. You see Court Wall's got these long arms. So Stephen Graham's got to be aware of the Darce choke attacks. Now Court able to dig underneath the head. Gets a deep crossface. Stephen trying to use that butterfly hook to make a little bit of room. Digs a shallow underhook. But one man's underhook's another man's overhook. And now
Court settled in the side.
Yeah, got him flat. Putting that big pressure on Stephen Graham. You see him trying to alleviate some of that shoulder pressure. And one thing that a lot of these longtime practitioners, they have a great feel for when they're able to put that pressure, that choking pressure on with the crossface. Yeah, steps over into mount. Stephen traps his ankle, but now he's got to fend off the potential back take.
Yeah, he's setting up that gift wrap, it looks like, as well.
Court Wall in control right now. He's got the gift wrap. Flips off his coaches and goes back to work. Stephen Graham turtled up, trying to keep the hooks out and protect his neck, and it's hard to do both.
Does he have that rotilla? Oh, I thought nope, under the neck.
Stephen Graham does a good job of fending off that rear naked choke, but Court's staying on the back. Going to keep that wrist ride. Great job following him around and locks up the body triangle from the back now. This is going to be tough. Oh, traps the arm. Stephen Graham trying to do his best to get his back down to the mat. But in doing that, he potentially gives up the mount. Court following him. Stephen Graham doing his best to try to get out of this defensive cycle he's found himself in. Court with this handcuff grip, but Stephen Graham doing a great job of fending off the attacks and working his way all the way back to a close guard. So
Yeah, he's been doing a really good job of defending and coming back.
So it has to feel a little bit of relief right now. Now back in more of a neutral position. Using that body lock to potentially hook sweep, Court wall over. Court not accepting it. Uses it to come back up on top. Court starting to work around the guard again.
Nice pass. That was a really nice pass.
Looks like Court walls on the front head attack. Looks like he's trying to lock the Darce choke up. But man, great job from Stephen Graham of fighting the hands, preventing him from fully locking that up. Reversing the position. Stephen Graham comes up on top, and now
used a Kimura to reverse that.
Yeah, very nice work from Stephen Graham. Now you got to watch the buggy chokes here from Court Wall. We've seen sometimes when he competes in the past, man, that he's got a pretty nasty buggy choke game from bottom side control. Stephen maybe sensing that and putting that forearm across the neck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't really think he had it there. He didn't really have the right. Now he might. Well.
Good, nice tight control from Stephen Graham, but see Court trying to do his best to get his shin back in front of him. Stephen doing a great job of staying tight to the hips. Court fighting to get on his side. Matt goes back flat here. Stephen Graham doing a great job of keeping the side control position. Not the first time we've seen some of these unorthodox bottom side control arm attacks. We saw Mario from 10th Planet earlier today running a similar game plan, but
he had a Kimura locked up with his legs.
Yeah, very. Some of this stuff can be if you don't respect it.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch that back because I want to see how he set that up. That's pretty cool.
Almost looks like Stephen kind of fed him his leg there.
Yeah, I thought so too.
He's got to watch his arm getting pulled behind the back here. Steps his leg out. Good job keeping his head facing down. Yeah, just Court Wall with so many tricks up his sleeve. Looking to try to catch his triangle, but doesn't quite have his arm out. Stephen potentially attacks the foot. Stephen does it. Court does a good job of rotating out of it. Now Stephen uses to come up on top. So, man, this has been a great back and forth match.
It's been a great match.
Yeah. Digging that underhook. Let's see if he looks to maybe set up the far side armbar here, but
I think this would be a hard one to judge.
Oh, yeah. He uses that underhook to come up all the way to mount. So now walking this arm up. Trying to block this arm and maybe set up the head and arm choke from here. Court fends that off. Now Stephen Graham looking to step over and potentially set the triangle. Now we're back on the knee shield. Back on the knee shield. Stephen looking to block that hip and windshield wiper out. Man, great back and forth match between these veteran competitors. Yeah, very interested to see who our winner is here.
I wonder if moving forward, if we'll have any overtime structures for something that was, you know, this match was very, very hard. It seemed like the first half was Court, second half was Steven.
Yeah, and if that factors into the judges' minds at all, too, when it comes to, okay, is the second half of the match more important than the first half of the match? Your winner, Stephen Graham. And, you know, it could potentially, that might have had an influence on the decision, you know. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, he was
no
the one
submissions that were like super, super close throughout that.
from either
So,
guy.
yeah, so a lot of it was just, you know, like I said, Court owning the position first half of the match, Steven taking control the second half of the match, but I'm sure those guys would both like to have another shot at each other. So now
Sounds
this is
like
it.
a rematch for the next one.
Hey. So now we're ready. $1,000 on the line right here, man.
On the line. I don't know if we've made any mention of it, but that Lawson, he's only a purple belt still.
Yeah, that's what, you know, when you train with some world-class guys, nobody's gonna be scary to you.
Exactly.
You know, so Lawson training with Max Hansen, training with Dante Leone. I'm sure they got a bunch of other killers that we don't even know about up there. The confidence that gives you coming into any tournament. You can see Lawson hasn't seemed intimidated by anybody here today. Coming out here with the tough CJ Hunter. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup. I predict we're going to see Lawson look to get in on the legs of CJ, but we'll see. We'll see if that's true. Lawson sits to guard pretty quickly. And I think we're going to see if he can try to get a bite on one of CJ's legs. CJ opting to stay on the knees. So Lawson's going to have to figure out a way to get underneath him or maybe use the upper body attacks to set up the lower body attacks. Lawson digging underneath that far leg. You see CJ trying to hand fight that far arm that he wants to dig underneath. CJ always looking for the head and arm chokes. Looks to back his legs out. You get the lanky guy versus more of like the short tank build, and there's pros and cons to any physique you bring to the table, but
yeah, really there is.
Lawson pulls himself in. See him look to fight both of his feet on the inside. A lot of times this is a precursor to the leg attack when this guy on bottom throws in this butterfly hook. But he's also got to keep himself framed away from CJ. CJ's dangerous when he gets close to him. So we've seen this like knee shield half guard, reverse de la Hiva, butterfly half guard. These have been a lot of the neutral battlegrounds where battles have been won and lost today. CJ staying on his knees, trying not to expose his legs to Lawson. Lawson pulling himself back in. Keeping that good cross shoulder frame. See CJ looking to potentially dig that overhook. Trying to do without overcommitting.
With this being the last match of the day, too, we do know now that Lawson has locked in the Stein Bros Hot Sauce $100 fastest submission challenge.
All right. That's good. You know, gas prices are expensive nowadays. This guy came here from Ohio.
I'll probably pay for half his trip.
There you go. So now
CJ
Lawson,
starting
that
to add.
butterfly garb. But see, in committing to this, when he commits to that, he gives Lawson a chance to get underneath him. That's kind of the trade-off here. And I think both guys know what each other are looking for.
Yeah, from being able to watch earlier matches, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can feel somebody kind of like what their go-to attack is. And now these guys have both kind of felt each other move around a little bit. It's tough to say how much the fact that there's $1,000 on the line, how much that impacts the decisions that these guys are making. Lawson shooting the
Oh, that
fast
was-
triangle up. CJ disengaging pretty quickly. Now CJ getting back nice and low. Trying to make it difficult. You see him stiff-arming Lawson anytime he gets close to me. He doesn't want Lawson to get underneath him. Lawson frame away. Almost gets in on a leg. Yes, CJ wisely disengages, but does it in a way that he doesn't give up top position.
Yeah, still staying low, pulls himself away, but not too far away. to
Yeah,
not be able
I
to
don't think CJ
re-engage.
wants to be on bottom at all during this match. I could be wrong. But now we're back in this knee shield half guard. CJ looking to control that bottom wrist. Lawson trying to mix the action up with a little muffle action.
Looking for movement.
Yeah, sometimes that's just something to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, the way Lawson keeps trying to fish that foot back in does make me think that he is probably going back towards those legs if he gets that opportunity.
Yeah, that's where Lawson wants to be. I think he, wrestling up on a guy like CJ can be really dangerous because when you get close to him, that's when he starts deploying his best attacks.
I was wondering if this was a timed match or not. I assumed it would be, but I could also see it not being.
No, this is an 8-minute match. I'm sorry, this is a 10-minute match. Our bracket
it's
finals
10.
10 minutes. Giving these guys a couple extra minutes to work. We're gonna do our best to not leave it to the judges. Lawson looking to maybe Sparta kicks. CJ back to his butt, but CJ staying on top. These guys are now in a muffle off. Yes. Be interested to see if either one of these guys gets a little frustrated. Sometimes when you deal with an opponent who's sticking to one game plan, it's like a battle of who can deviate from that first. See, Lawson's got a grip on that far leg. And yeah, it seems like he's really trying to kick CJ backwards to try to kind of unweight those legs and see if he can get on him. But man, CJ is so hard to move. His base is so good, and he's so positionally aware.
Yeah, his base seemed really well, even if his knees pinched together underneath him. It still seemed like he was hard to tip.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to throw something that CJ Hunter he hasn't seen before. Now you see him trying to get on that front headlock. Lawson doing a good job of reversing the position and backwards rolling up on top. So this will be interesting now. So now we see Lawson on top. But it kind of looked like he made space, like he wanted to sit back on the leg. Which CJ was going to use that opportunity to get back to his feet. Now we're back where we were before, back in this knee shield half guard. And we'll see if anything looks a little bit different this time. Lawson using that 2-on-1 grip.
I think I just heard someone say 2.5 minutes left. Maybe it was 1.5 minutes.
So yeah, we're getting down to the wire, and this has been a pretty close match. I wouldn't want to have to judge this. I feel like Lawson's been initiating action a little bit more from the bottom.
I think I agree.
But as far as, close submission attacks, neither person has had an attack that's been super close. So this might come down to who the judges perceive are initiating things and trying to make things happen more. Now Lawson gets a scoop grip. He definitely wants this. Pulls him. He's got the inside. Catches the inside heel hook. Lawson Grime. All it took was one good entry. Sat seated down his buck, caught that inside heel hook, and Lawson Grime is our $1,000 winner, along with our 16-second Stein brothers. Lawson Grime going home with $1,100 today. So big win for the Purple Belts out of Ohio. Props to CJ Hunter for making it to the finals.
Hard-fought battle.
Hard-fought battle. Lawson Grime wanting to take the mic. Be interested to hear what this young man has to say. Lawson being super respectful, giving props to his second-round opponent, Nick Arnell. You know, they had that very close match, maybe controversial decision. So props to Lawson Grime. Amazing matches across the board today. I'm a little sad that we're done here today, Brian.
I am actually very sad that we're done here. You want to see if anybody in the crowd wants to maybe just do some
Yeah,
man,
they got a couple drinks in them, and they're ready to rock. So
sure, there's a couple guys out there we could trick into it.
I want to say thanks again to our sponsors today. CPO Consulting, veteran-owned and operated. When in doubt, you need to ask the chief. And then also brought to you today by 4U Property Management. You need somebody to look after your property so you can focus on the things that are important to you. Call 4U Property Management. Thank you to Sweeps and Teeps. Thank you to Wolves Den Training Center. Thank you to Stein Bros Hot Sauce for rewarding our fastest submission of the day. Thanks to Justin Bricker for putting this event on. I know there's a lot of hard work, a lot of stressful nights trying to make something like this happen. Thank you, Brian, for being an awesome partner up here today.
Phil, thank you very much, my friend.
Yeah, we had a great time back here today, and with any luck, hey, we'll be doing this again here in a few months. I think this is going to be the first of many. So thanks to everybody who came out and supported the show today. Thanks to everybody who's watching at home on YouTube. This has been a great event, and we'll see you next time.